Hopefully this works now. There we go. Now I can see comments. Hi, Brian. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure what was going on. Yeah. Yeah, I had a nice array of people this week, and then I have another Fire Emblem cast member tonight. Another new name. Yeah, sorry, the chat wasn't working before, but now I can see comments fine. Robbie Damon, I've contacted him. I just haven't heard anything. I think people have asked that uh, here before. Yeah, someone sent me a screenshot of the chat in my first live. Um, yeah, this is a official Zenitsu shirt that I got from Japan. I have a few official Demon Slayer shirts from Japan. This is the first one I got though. Official Japanese merchandise always looks way cooler than American anime merchandise. Hey, Steven. It's been good. Really good. There was a new name in here. Uh, Daniel Fitzpatrick or something like that. I don't know if he's here now, but thank you for the compliment and taking the time to watch my content. Hey, whoever's joining who was here before, there were technical problems and I couldn't see chat comments, but everything's fine now. So, hi, Jason. Facebook groups. Oh, yeah, probably. I'm in several Facebook groups for voice actors, but a lot of those aren't. Besides some of them, a lot of them aren't like super active. But I regularly share a lot of my content on Reddit. That's a great way to get uh, new connections. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Anaris yet. Veteran voice actor 20. Yeah, I have another one in that category who is based in LA Thursday night. Someone that people have asked for before. Not a ton, but uh, still a good amount. No, it's not. I mean, are you just suggesting Jessica? But no, it's not. It's not her. Mike Pollock, yeah, I haven't asked him yet, even though I know he would do it. He commented on my interview with Jamie McGonigal before all the comments got wiped because of people being annoying. Hey John, yeah. Yeah, this is a official Zenitsu shirt that I got from Japan. I've had it for a while. I have 4 other Demon Slayer shirts from Japan from of the Hashira. Not all of them, just obviously not all of them, just a few of them. I've never heard anything from David K. Weirdly, I don't know why, because I know that he does interviews with almost anybody. But yeah. Why people. Oh, I'm. What I just mentioned, that was back in September. It's not happening anymore. Yeah, I definitely agree that anime dubs should all be union, especially now with the merger. Oh, that's exciting, John. How old are you going to be? Yeah, I'm sure Chainsaw Man will most likely be a predominantly Los Angeles cast. Oh, okay, so you're basically the same age as me. Who do I think would voice Aki in Chainsaw Man that's based in LA? I could see a lot of people doing that, like really good, sexy but sadistic vibe. People like Anne Yatko, I think could do Aki well. Retna, Ratana, she could. I could see her doing it. Yeah, yeah. Alex Lee is fantastic. He just finished. He just finished 86. He took over Billy Kometz's role for the last two dubbed episodes of 86. You guys should watch 86 if you don't know what that is. What do you mean? Is he done? I mean, I think everyone knows like what his situation is by now. Oh, thank you, Kale. Yeah, I ordered this from uh, Mavic's Japanese website through the main proxy that I use for ordering stuff from Japan. The proxy I use is called From Japan. I would definitely recommend that. They're better than any other proxy. Yeah, they're really affordable, and the fees aren't bad. Their packaging is really good. I've been using From Japan for years now. I have a Rengoku shirt, a Sanemi shirt, a Tokito shirt, and then Iguro shirt from the same brand. Mona Marshall, yeah. Thanks. I wish that I could do her again now because I wasn't quite fully developed yet. And it took quite a while to finally get something set up with Mona. Visit Hokkaido. I've never actually been to Japan, but yeah, I mean, I would love to go to a lot of places in Japan. Yeah, Steven, I bet Jeff would probably do an interview with you by now with who you've gotten. on your channel so far already. Unless you've already tried asking him. I contacted Jade once, but that was it. Never heard anything. I think I used to be friends with her on Facebook before I think she deactivated her account. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you'll be able to meet a subscriber goal a lot faster if you're promoting on various places. Hope you guys liked my interview with Sarah Williams. I haven't tried hard for Barbara Goodson yet. Brienne, I haven't heard from. I have her and her husband's cell number, but I haven't heard from either of them. I just left a voicemail for her husband like a few days ago. I haven't heard from either of them since fall of last year. I don't know who Hannah Tell is. Someone actually interviewed me yesterday. That'll probably be up on their end early this week sometime. I'll make a post about it once it's up. Joe Achman, yeah. I'm sure that I could get him. I just haven't reached out to him. Any pros and cons? Do you mean like pros and cons that I had when I was at this recent con? Like how I think cons should safely handle any movies in theaters lately. Um, I mean, the last movie I saw in theaters was like a couple months ago now. Uh, I saw that new horror movie X, which was really good. I have to really want to see something like really bad to go to a theater, even like before the pandemic. But anyway, back to what you asked, Stephen. It was fine. I mean, the only thing that was kind of annoying was that they said that they were gonna need proof of vaccination, and they, at least from what I saw, they were not doing anything to verify if people like had COVID or got any kind of vaccination. So that was weird and not really cool to see. But I mean, me and the friend I went with, I mean, we totally, neither of us got sick afterward because both of us are fully boosted. That was the only negative throughout the entire time I was there. I mean, David Matranga still actively works in anime all the time, so I'm not really sure why you're asking that. I would like to interview Paul Dobson. I was supposed to back when I kind of was still starting out, and then he just stopped answering me for no reason. But it's kind of colder here today, but it's still pretty warm. That's why I have a long sleeve under this. I actually just applied this morning to host a panel um, at the next con here in September about production art and animation cells. So hopefully I'll get cleared and be able to do that. Yeah, I've not had luck with Zeno Robinson yet. I would love to interview him. He's amazing. It's just frustrating because he only lists his agent as his contact for everything, and that's not usually the best way to go in my experience. I mean, I've had great agents help me setting up stuff, but overall, I don't typically like to do that if possible. I like to do direct contact which fortunately most voice actors have an outlet to do so. But some really big people don't. Could see him voicing Denji. Yeah. Colleen doesn't do interviews, and she doesn't like doing them. Oh, I've never had like a bad experience with anyone's agent for voice actors. It's just they don't, a lot of times they just don't answer. For the Digimon reboot, yeah. I'm surprised that other cast members haven't been revealed yet. It's been a little bit now. I asked Tom Fawn what his opinion about Ben Diskin voicing Agumon was, and he said he didn't know who Ben Diskin was, like off the top of his head, which I was really surprised. I'm friends with Henry on Facebook. I haven't reached out to him. I know that he's predominantly only known for like Kabuto and Naruto. So, and I think that he's already talked about that like ad nauseum. Yeah, Caitlin, I don't, I have emailed her, and she liked my interview with Kieran Strange when Kieran shared it on his Twitter. But I don't think that she does interviews either. And she's busy as hell too. But maybe, I mean, she seems like she would be open to it, so maybe I'll get her in the future. She's also one of the handful of Texas actors who's in Fire Emblem, so I have interest with her from that aspect too. Yeah, like she's directing one or two shows right now on top of going to cons still. Terry Rogers, I don't know who that is. Directing Fruits Basket during the pandemic was a huge challenge. Yeah. Well, especially since it started before the pandemic. I actually saw because they had the first 3 episodes. Yeah, the first 2 or 3 episodes um, of the Fruits Basket reboot. They played those in theaters. Do creepy doll stories. Yeah, I'd like to start like. I mean, I'd have to make like a separate channel for it, but I would like to start narrating horror stuff because I love horror as a genre. Mario and Princess Peach. Yeah, Roger Craig Smith. I haven't really had. I've talked about this, but I don't. Yeah, he's been talked about on here already, but I just I haven't. He doesn't have any contact information on his website, and the email address that's out in the public for him, I doubt is accurate. Still, weirdly, I've never heard anything from Lucy Christian. She's liked my comments about various stuff on social media before, but when I've emailed her, she's never answered. And she does interviews with basically anybody too, so yeah, it's confusing. Yeah, I've been subscribed to Mr. Nightmare since like he started his channel. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Tyler Ventura is. Yeah, but even if my friend can't go with me again, I'll probably still go, especially if my panel submission gets approved. I'll probably still go to this con again in September, the first weekend of September. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Unit 522 as well. Yeah, people have asked for Jason Douglas before. I think you have too, but I haven't. I haven't really like found a good outlet to try him on yet. Because he's been doing anime in Texas for longer than people nowadays realize too. He was in some really early ADV stuff. Yeah, I do like black comedy. Yeah, I mean obviously Crispin Freeman is a wish list guest, but I've done everything you could do really, and I've never heard anything from him. Strangely, even with how many voice actors that he hosts on his website and his podcast, he doesn't really do interviews himself. Hardly ever. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, I've been told that even before I started doing interviews. I should probably go ahead and buy a even nicer microphone and look into starting that maybe. Yeah, I haven't had like the one time I tried, she didn't acknowledge my comment. But you've already asked about her too. Yeah, let's see. So I have an interview tonight. I don't have any tomorrow. I have one early evening on Tuesday. Don't have any on Wednesday as of now. And I have two on Thursday. And then yeah, that's it. That's it so far. But subject to change. I was supposed to do Chris Turgaliafera, but he just stopped answering me. My favorite book. I'm guessing that's what you meant to say. Um, I predominantly only read horror novels. Uh, my single favorite book probably is one called Voice of the Night by Dean Koontz. It's a really good coming of age, uh, realistic horror novel from the early 80s. Laura, nobody who's this is I've talked about this a lot, but it's fine. Nobody who's part of Critical Role does independent outlet interviews. I think Matthew Mercer still does here and there, but it's I don't even know that for sure. But yeah, they don't. They're not allowed to do independent interviews. Laura and Travis aren't. Liam, I think maybe still is, but he never does anymore. I'm not sure about Taliesin, but since you never see him doing interviews either. I don't think anybody involved with Critical Role is allowed to. Maurice LaMarche, he's obviously a legend. I don't think he's ever done anything that was anime or like JRPG though. Yeah, everyone's been great. Well, yeah, not everyone's been great. Everyone's been good, but most people have been great. Obviously, if I had like a bad experience with anybody that I've interviewed, I wouldn't have interviewed them. Yeah, I'm not sure how many people I missed when I first went live and I couldn't see the chat, but I don't think I missed too many people. I don't know who that is. I think it helped. I think it helped too that when I missed the chat, that was before I said I would start anyway. So I'm not sure why YouTube doesn't do what Instagram does, like where you can't see who's in there unless you can't see who's in your live unless they comment. You can just see numbers. They should change that. I don't know who that is either. I think you're suggesting YouTubers again. I don't know who that is. I did email. Uh, I didn't hear anything from him, but Damien Hawes, who's part of Smosh, because he's in Fire Emblem. But I didn't hear anything from him. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'll go. I guess it just depends on engagement and stuff. I thought this would be a better time for people, but must not have been. I'll have to look back and see what time it was that I went live for the first two times. Because those were really fun. Those got a lot of people. I think those were weekday evenings. That's 123. Yeah, I don't know who else still here. I'll probably wrap this up in like 10 minutes. Unless more people suddenly join. Guess I'll have to start. I should, yeah, just start doing my streams like on weekday, like early evening weekdays instead of earlier in the day. I just figured since it was a weekend that people would be around, but I guess not. Hi, Bettia. I think you're new. I don't know if I've seen you before. Hi, Char. I've been good. How are you? Oh, I've been watching your interviews with Tharp. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping in and saying something. I actually have another relatively new Fire Emblem Heroes cast member tonight. I think at this point with Heroes cast members, I'll just have to wait for new characters to be introduced because I've reached out to literally everybody who's in the cast. I just messaged Mike McFarland a little bit ago, but I don't know if he uses his Facebook, his official Facebook page. I don't play Heroes. I actively like watch it and research it and all that. I don't think that my phone is compatible to play Heroes. I'm Facebook friends with Brian Dobson too. Um, I can try reaching out to him. Oh, thank you, Char. That's really sweet of you to say. Yeah, I mean, I'd try to, if it's a bigger name and they do interviews regularly or they don't, or they don't very often, I just try to focus on the shit that they don't talk about all the time. I mean, a lot of them, I'm a fan of them for their more underrated roles anyway, but I mean, I would still bring them up even if I wasn't. But thanks, I really appreciate you and everybody else who says things like that. I'm just fortunate that it's led to the success that it has. I know Lindsay Shepard. I haven't reached out to her yet. Yeah, Spike is really cool. It was funny because I was misremembering, I guess. I thought that I had reached out to him about an interview before, but I guess I hadn't, and it was like really easy to set up. So I was happy about that. Sometime later in the summer, I'll be doing Allison Keith, who was the original Misato, because we just recently connected. But yeah, now I've done all the Ava leads. Ryan Drummond, I don't know. I haven't tried reaching out to him yet. What city do I hate? I mean, I've never really been anywhere that I hated. I haven't really traveled in the U.S. a whole lot besides Florida because my parents have a condo there, and Michigan, but I barely remember it because that's where most of my mom's family is. But besides that, I've really mostly just stayed in Wisconsin and Minnesota. I do really like the area that I live in because I'm pretty close to the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. Patton Oswalt, I think he'd be, I don't even know if you could get, I mean, he'd be funny. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd be able to get him, but you never know. I didn't think I'd be able to get Leah Thompson. Oh, hey, timestamp guy. Thank you for everything you've done on my channel before I started timestamping stuff, or even now. You're incredible. But Char, I've told this story already, but uh, I virtually met Eric Vale via GalaxyCon in April of 2020, right when COVID was in its height. Um, and we talked for about 8 minutes, and then I just realized that a lot of the voice actors that I was uh, like personally a fan of the most, I hadn't really seen them talk about the roles that I liked them the most for. So I just figured I would try to start doing this without having to pay for it, and it worked out better than I ever expected it to. So that's how I got inspired. Yeah, speaking of Hillary Haig, I need to redo my thumbnail for her and add a bunch more characters and have the pick like do the thumbnail for her video that I usually do for every other voice actor who has a bunch of credits. I have to do that for a few people now, like KG Tang and um, Steve Staley, Dorothy Fawn. Yeah, there's a lot of people I need to like redo my thumbnails with. It just takes a long time, depending on who it is. I guess maybe I can go until 2. That's like 25 minutes or so. Unless more people show up. Nostalgic Last Generation Young Kid Years. Thanks. Yeah, I just tried. Um, they're fun to make. It just takes a long time, depending on how many credits the person has. As you guys have probably noticed, that I have like their most well-known parts usually on the right side, like that you can see them the clearest, and then I have like everything else surrounding everything else on the left, and then the bottom are all their other characters. No, I haven't interviewed Patrick Seitz yet. We've directly interacted before, but I deleted his updated email. And I don't know what it is now. I'm sure he'd be open to it, even if it's just like a half-hour interview, considering how many people I've done that he's friends with and that he's directed. Because he was the primary director for Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fire Emblem Heroes up until Caitlin Galt took over for Heroes. A lot of them like to leave people feeling better, and yeah, that's what most people say for the legacy question. But sometimes I still get surprised by what people say to that. I should probably try reaching out to Patrick again through whoever his agent is, because I think I might have more success with that. Or I think that he might have a contact form on his website. I'd have to look at it again. Yeah, I got 20 more minutes or so. Just depends on Char and timestamp. I'm glad that you guys came in, because I was about to like wrap things up unless people showed up more. I don't know if you guys are still in here, but thank you anyway, even if you're not. Oh, you get okay, you are. Do I prefer a protagonist that stays undefeated for a while, or one that grows over time? I think character development is always what everyone likes to see. But I think Undefeated is maybe more interesting, because then that can really, drive certain people to go nuts and get conviction for bad or good reasons. So it depends, but I think the former part of your question is what I would like to see. That's why I'm so drawn to. That's why I'm so drawn to the fallen or evil versions of characters in Fire Emblem. Like, because they're the thing that usually makes them turn evil before they snap out of it or die is some kind of crazy reason like envy or jealousy or love. The Pharaoh from Yu-Gi-Oh barely lost and then he lost it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good example. I don't know if you guys want me to save this live. I guess I can. Usually I like to save the lives if there's either enough engagement and or there's new people that come in here that I know from my channel but haven't joined one of my lives yet. So yeah, I'll probably save this one since you guys just recently showed up. Frequent snack. Um, yeah, I guess I have a like three or four. Um, I like those packs of peanut butter crackers. Uh, I eat oranges a lot. Like in the especially recently in the past few months. Um, so yeah, packs of peanut butter crackers, oranges. I love pomegranates, but those aren't in season right now. I mean, you can still buy them; they're just overpriced. Um, and then I like granola, like cinnamon maple flavored granola. Those are some main snack type foods that I eat. I have the same thing for breakfast every day. I have like a Fiber One brand a bar, a banana, and then Greek yogurt. I don't think anyone's asked me about food yet, so I guess props to you for that. Hmm. It's irritating. I've been waking up early almost every day without even, like, on days that I'm not trying to. Oh, yeah, it was raining a little bit here yesterday, but now it's sunny. Totally sunny. So that's done. Sorry if that was really loud for anybody. Hopefully it wasn't. Yeah, so I got about 12 minutes left. So I have some shit to do before my interview at 5. So I guess whoever's here, if you want to ask me or mention any final things the next 12 minutes. Are you also around my age, timestamp guy? I used to play piano actively up until I joined high school. I sing, but I don't. Yeah, I don't play any instruments. Okay, yeah. So you are basically my same age. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people who actively engage in my content or just that I see comment in general are like all around my age. Well, and then there's the people who like come here or know me for my on-camera actor interviews, like people from the 80s and stuff. Yeah, I'll be 25 in the first week of August. I have to go buy a restock of this certain uh, hot sauce that I always like to use for pasta and stuff. What shows am I watching right now? I'm not watching any live action shows. Um, ever since the latest season of Demon Slayer ended, uh, and season 2 of Vanitas ended, right now I'm only actively keeping up to date with the new season 2 episodes of Comey Can't Communicate. I think it's about the second season is about halfway done now. But that's all, yeah, that's all I'm watching in terms of shows. There's not a whole lot of like modern anime that I seek out to watch a lot of. Oh, and I don't watch, but I actively keep up to date with the My Hero Academia manga and One Punch Man, like where they are in Japan with the chapters now, and several other Record of Ragnarok. I keep up to date with that. Um, Seraph of the End. There's a number of series that I keep up to date with. I don't think a lot of them have anime adaptations though, besides what I mentioned already. I can save this live, yeah. Jason, I'm guessing you were meaning to say what my favorite arc was in whatever show or series I mentioned. Comedic romance style shows or pure comedy, yeah. Yeah, I mean one of my favorite series is Ranma One Half. Like I can watch that all the time and literally never get sick of it. So there's a good amount of comedy anime that I like too. Obviously, Comey is comedy and romance and drama and real life stuff. And Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, that's one of my favorite series too. That's really dark comedy, but it's great. We got a few more minutes, unless someone has, uh, unless more people suddenly pop on here. Doesn't seem like that'll happen though, but yeah, still got like 4 minutes. The timestamp guy, I'm glad that you joined one of these because I obviously I've been curious about you for a long time. Oh, okay, yeah, that's no problem. But thank you again for doing everything you've done on my videos. Even timestamping some of my early live streams like that. That's really not necessary, but I appreciate you doing that. I don't typically timestamp the Fire Emblem interviews, like ones with cast members who are predominantly only known for Fire Emblem right now, because that's usually all we talk about. But I appreciate you timestamping those too. Because all the Fire Emblem Heroes interviews I do, they're all directly correlated to the Fire Emblem Heroes subreddit. So that's what people are, coming to see. Yeah, well, I guess I'll head out then. I don't know who all is still here, but thank you guys for hanging out with me for about an hour and a half. I'm sure I'll try to go live again sometime this week. That'll probably be better, like early evening, because it seems like a lot of people weren't available for this. So, um, yeah, it'll just depend on how my week goes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I do this because of you guys. So, yeah, you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, and then I'll talk to you again soon.